Throughout this entire offseason, Minnesota Fighting Vikings fans have been imploring the Vikings to either sign a free agent wide receiver or draft one high in the draft because even though Justin friggin' Jefferson is that alpha dog wide receiver one, the best wide receiver in the game, Adam Thielen getting up there in age. KJ had to bust out year 2. Can he rise up year 3? ISM, but what if the Vikings and the coaching staff and GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah have faith in fourth-year former 7th-round pick Olabisi Johnson, the pride of Colorado State University? And Bisi, it's a bit of a case of out of sight, out of mind because he tore his ACL in training camp last year. And with KJ rising up and all the other stories around the other wide receivers, it's just like, oh yeah, Bisi is still here. But Bisi got some talent, man, and I think that he's going to surprise a lot of people in Kevin O'Connell's new offense in a contract season, and maybe he gets himself a little bit paid next offseason, a lot like how Tyler Gronklin got his this offseason. Let's talk about Bisi Johnson today. Background, 25 years young, 6 foot, 204, was a 2019 7th-round pick out of the Colorado State University. Now, the scouting report on him coming in, team first guy, played some special teams. He was perfectly fine not being the object of all the attention, as he was teammates with Preston Williams, teammates with Michael Gallup at Colorado State. But he was extremely clean route runner, and he showed it his rookie season when Adam Thielen went down with an injury. Bisi really had to step up. It has a 7th-round pick. He had 31 catches for 294 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns on 45 targets. You're like, maybe we got something. So you have a 7th-round pick. By the way, he wasn't even the favored Vikings 7th-round pick wide receiver. Everyone was all up on Dylan Mitchell coming out of Oregon, except I was firmly on the BC brigade, man. So there was some expectations on him coming into 2022. So much so that even though the Vikings drafted Justin friggin' Jefferson in the first round in 2020, BC actually started over Justin Jefferson the first 2 games of the year. So it was Thielen, it was BC, and then they just rotated in Justin friggin' Jefferson a little bit, which speaks volumes to how massive Jefferson's rookie season was because they basically didn't play him the first 2 games of the year just because in the Kubiai and Zimmer's infinite wisdom. Okay. But BC took a back seat. It's still a run-first offense, and there's only so many balls to go around. So he had 14 catches, $189, no touchdowns on 19 targets his second year. So year 3, we're thinking, okay, KJ as a rookie was sort of whatever. He didn't rise up until 2021. Thielen was getting up there in age, and Justin Jefferson is still that guy. But, I mean, BC could still contribute as a wide receiver 3. Same thing with Chad Beebe to a degree. Both of them got hurt, and then BC tore his ACL in camp. And so here we are. And it is a bit of a case of, what have you done for me lately? Because now we're 3 years removed from BC's very impressive rookie season. But if you look at the Vikings receiving depth chart, Jefferson is up there. Thielen's going to have a role. KJ is going to be that guy. I think that hopefully he can still continue to rise up and be that wide receiver 2, wide receiver 2.5, whatever. ISM, I think, is an untapped resource where he got a little bit of run towards the end of last season, but that long speed, that speed for days is something that we need in this offense. And BC is a phenomenal route runner. I think that he's great in the intermediate middle part of the field, and I think that he certainly can contribute because I think there will be snaps there because as Kevin O'Connell opens this offense up even more, and the Vikings play a lot more 11 personnel than in previous seasons. BC did some work in a run-first offense that ran a lot of 2 running backs, that ran a lot of 2 tight ends. Now, if you open things up even more, he has the flexibility to play all 3 spots at receiver, X, Z, and in the slot, and I think that he's going to surprise a lot of people because I don't know if ISM is going to get the time of day right away from the new coaching regime, even though they still have Keenan McCardle, who's been ISM's only receiver coach in the National Football League so far. But, I mean, BC, he's got that chip on his shoulder. He's a team-first dude. He'll come in as wide receiver 4 or 5. He'll play some special teams, and I think that he will rise up, and I think that he will find a niche in this offense. I think that he will get a little bit more work than people expect. And I wish him well. I mean, hopefully he shows up enough to get paid a little bit in free agency next offseason. I think the Vikings probably won't be able to pay him, depending on how things go with the rest of the roster. But either way, I'm rooting for him. You always want to root for guys that you like. I really love Bisi Johnson, and him coming back from injury would be a phenomenal story. I like ISM. I like Jalen Naylor. Diamond Dan Jacinta could be something. Maybe even Blake Prohl, who's also coming back from an ACL. But Bisi. Bisi, silky smooth route runner, always flashing, has a little bit of chemistry with Kirk Cousins already, so I think that he is going to shock a lot of people. But your thoughts are our thoughts. Don't sleep on Olabisi Johnson this year. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.